So today we have a very special guest with us. She's actually not a guest. She is a host of The Flock. She is situated in Johannesburg South, and she's been a host for almost 2 years now. Christelle, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to hear what you have to share with us, excited to get to know you a bit more. Please just tell us a bit about yourself, and then also why you joined The Flock, why you decided to become a host, and what do you love about The Flock?
Thank you, Chrisley, for the opportunity to share my story. Yes, I'm a mother of 3 girls, 3 daughters, and I've got a passion for the holistic lifestyle and also a passion for women. And The Flock gave me opportunity to share my story and get me out of my comfort zone. I think there's so many women that can tell a story that we all can benefit from. And that's why I actually joined The Flock, to share my story and to help other women.
That's good. That is so exciting. And during lockdown and as we are all in our own homes and with our families, I think it's important for us to stay connected and to share what we can with our community and with the people out there. So yes, you prepared something nice for us today that is something that you are passionate about, something that you love. With The Flock, we are all about sharing and educating and helping one another, and also doing that on the areas in your life, stuff that you love, stuff that you have knowledge about, stuff that you are passionate about, and just sharing that with the community. So please share with us what you have prepared for us in an easy to understand and practical way that our listeners can implement this in their everyday lives.
Thank you, Chrisley. Yes, first of all, I also want to say to the ladies out there that The Flock really is a wonderful platform to live out your purpose and your passion. So don't be scared like me. I'm 53 years old, and first time in my life I got this challenge or this opportunity to share my story. So that's a privilege, and I hope the ladies out there also will see that the journey they went through in their lives, that they've got a story to tell, that we all can learn from that. Because it took me 20 years on my journey to realize that I can change the atmosphere I'm living in. For many years, I was stuck in an atmosphere of passivity and discouragement. I was moving but not knowing where to. I was coping but without a purpose. I was a wife but not a partner, and I was just alive but not living life. And I realized that life is not about just coping and just keeping your head above water and just being a good person or just doing what's expected of you to do. There's much more to life than just living, just coping. So The Flock gave me opportunity to share my story and find reason again in giving and sharing. So I want to all to challenge you also to know that you've got all what it takes to live in the atmosphere you want to live in. Yes. So in the situation of relationships, if relationships are not going the way you want it to go, you can immediately change the atmosphere by taking back what is yours. Why sit for years in a situation of not being content and waiting for somebody else to meet your needs? If you can change the atmosphere immediately and take back what is yours. So I want to challenge you out there that you must get rid of what does not spark you joy anymore. Get rid of old mindsets, old thinking patterns, thinking that my partner does not meet my needs or my kids does not meet my needs. You can change it by taking back your joy and changing the atmosphere and getting what you want, getting that relationship you want with your partner, with your children, in your work or whatever. It's up to you. You can make it, you can change the atmosphere. So as I said, do not wait for somebody to meet your needs. because that might never happen.
Yes.
And if it never happens, means you're going to sit in the situation of being passive or being
Not content.
in discouragement.
Yes.
Yeah, and contentment.
Yes.
So
and how?
take.
Yes. Sorry, no. I know you're talking and sharing this with us, but also, Christelle, I love what you're saying, and that you can change the atmosphere, and that it's in your hands to create the environment that you want to be in with your relationships. So how do you encourage people to actually change the atmosphere, and what can they implement and do in their daily lives to actually get the atmosphere and the environment that they want?
First of all, do not be passive and expect to live a happily life ever after. You need to do something for yourself. You need to step out and do something. So I've got a couple of tips I want to give you. I took an example of having dinner. That's what we all have every night of our lives. Even if you've got a partner or a spouse or children, you have dinner. So I want you to think of how do you prepare a dinner. The first thing you'll do to prepare dinner for your family is to put on your apron. Yes. And the advice I want to give you on that is start to serve your loved ones. Start to see that change that will bring if you start to serve. And the second thing, what you'll do for dinner is you'll set the table with the best cutlery. Yes. And my advice on that is to give the best of yourself to your loved ones and to be a giver, not a taker. Don't sit and wait for them to meet your needs. Be a giver. The third thing, you can decorate the table with candles. Candles represent romance. So bring back the romance in your relationships. You can change the atmosphere. You can start to do that. The third thing, you'll set glasses on the table. And my advice on that is to pour yourself for your loved ones. Give more of yourself. Be more interested in what they are doing. Asking questions in their life. Not just wait and say, nobody asked me what happened in my life today. Pour yourself out and be interested in what's happening in their lives, and you will see a change in the atmosphere. Number 5 is never. Oh, again on number 4, please, pour yourself. That also means you give yourself and you give good advice. And you talk about things that's good and lovely and upright and of good report. So you're not going to be negative in your house. Not going to call out the negative things, because what comes out of your mouth, that so will it be. So try to be more positive and in your conversations, and start that around the dinner table. And number 5 is never forget the herbs and spices. The advice I want to give there is be a nice person to be around. It's nice to have some salt and pepper on your eggs. The egg doesn't taste the same. So be that person that's nice to be around, and spice up your relationship. That's in your hands. You can change the atmosphere. And the last thing is dish up the food, and that means respect and acknowledge each one's needs.
Wow,
and nurture and love those needs, just like you or me as a woman can. We are created to love. We are created to create the atmosphere in the house, the atmosphere in our lives. So, yeah, these 6 steps will help you to create an atmosphere of meaningfulness in your life and to live the life you want to, by letting go of selfish ways and to realize it is all in your hands to get what you want. As easy as that. Stop complaining and rather become an atmosphere changer and live the life you want to and make a difference wherever you go.
Wow, I think that's so good. Thank you so much, Christelle, for summing it up so nicely and for encouraging us to take control of our situations and to change the atmosphere and to make it so relevant that we can remember this every single day and every time we set table and have dinner with family, but and remember that it is in our hands to change the atmosphere and to create an atmosphere where we want to be in. During lockdown and times where you are constantly in the same environment, it's important for us to not have an atmosphere of negativity, an atmosphere of complaining, an atmosphere of anxiety or fear or irritation or anything like that, but for us to focus on creating the circumstances. And also then if we create that, it will flow out and pour over to our family and they will just feed off of us. So thank you so much for sharing your tips with us. Thank you for your time today. We really appreciate it. Is there anything that you would like to just end off with before we end this call?
I just want to end off again by saying thank you to the flock. This is a platform that can change lives, that change women's lives. So thank you for being a part of this platform, and I'm looking forward to all the stories the lady's going to share, and that we can all take that at heart and learn from each and every one's story.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Christelle. To everyone listening and everyone that's part of the flock, feel free to tag us in your post. Let us know if you have any questions. Let us know if you have any questions for Christelle, or if you want to get in touch with her, we can share contact details. Tag us in your dinner tables. Tag us in your atmosphere changing environments. We would love to get to know you better. We would love to get involved and engage with you. And yes, thank you for tuning in today. And we are excited to bring you more good stories, good stuff that we're going to be sharing with you.